to valuation and equity. So do you want 50% or higher? Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, guys.
That's okay.
Still trying to share this to the actual communication. So I apologize.
Oh no.
That's okay. All right. So we're pulling
in the Phoenix area.
Okay.
So I've upped the equity, so it's going to be 50% or higher. Do you want to do down the value of the house too?
Absolutely. So I think that for our purposes, guys, 500,000 or less is
real close, we can hear it.
That's good. You got some comments and stuff there as well? You cannot.
Nope. Okay, so what we've done right now is we've capped the value of the homes to 500,000. So that way you don't get $3 million homes. Obviously, that'd be really hard to invest in, right? So that have 50% more equity. And then we just changed the estimated equity to 50% to 100%. We're going to go ahead and apply this filter for the Phoenix area. And you're going to see this number change off to the right. And this is going to be the list of properties that pop up. So we have almost 82,000 properties in the Phoenix area that match those specific criterias. And as mentioned before, if this is your list, like the list you love to pull every single month, we will notify you if you already have that property in your account. So don't worry about downloading the same property twice, which is really awesome. So I love that feature. We could even get even more niche to it. Like we could go back to the filter and maybe make it an absentee owner or maybe a vacant property that matches those criterias, and it really would shrink that list down for you. So like I said, you can really find those motivated sellers through here. So 10,000 records for $59 as an add-on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's less than half a cent per record. Like, this is priceless because you have complete control over what you're downloading.
And we can skip trace in within that too. So we can actually download a list of, let's say, like 10,000 records, and then skip trace 10,000 records. And then what is that going to be per skip?
So it depends on what plan you've selected, but our lowest or our highest price is going to be 15 cents per record, but it's pay per hit. So in the system, you're only paying for a record that successfully comes back with numbers. So if I skip trace 500 records and only 450 come back with phone numbers, I only pay for those 450 records. So it's going to save you a ton of money.
And if you have, again, if you're married to a already work within here, or no? We're pulling the list from here.
No. So you can pull the list from our database and export it and use it in your skip tracing company. You just have to re-import the skip traced results, okay? And then it would update all of those properties in the system. So it won't create a new profile for them, and it just update all of the records with the phone numbers. So super easy. Okay, so do you want to do owner occupied or vacant?
Yes.
Yeah. So we'll do vacant and no. Right?
Yeah, no, sorry.
Okay.
Vacant, not owner occupied.
Okay. Let's see what happens. This will really shrink this list down for us. All right, so we found 209 properties that meet that criteria. That's pretty great.
Amazing. So 209 properties. You know what I want to do today? I'm going to text all 209.
You want to text them? All right, let's do it.
So guys, we're going to pull this at 209. Skip tracing, texting.
Yeah.
So can we skip trace once we pull it?
Yeah, let's add it to the database. You can even view, I'll show you this. You can actually view the properties before you can download them into your database as well. So you know what the heck it is you're putting in there. So like I know right now this is the estimated value, equity. You can do comps and comparables for the properties too. I mean, there's if the data is available. But yeah, there's just a ton of information that you can view even before you download it. So yeah, let's select this whole list and add it straight into our database. I'm going to create a new list.
Let's call this To the moon.
To the moon. All right. And then I'm going to create a tag name. So for the tag, I'm going to say this is the Phoenix area. This is high equity, vacant, absentee owners.
Ooh, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's a good list. We're going to save it and
It's so
download it.
good that there's only 209 records for us to get. So that's good, right?
Saving properties to the moon.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to close. And that's how easy it is to add it straight into your database. So now we can check the import process real quick.
So where did you go?
I
You
went
to the little
here.
graphic thing there?
I'm going to see if it even shows it. It might not show it in here. This is probably a manual import. Okay, let's go to properties and check it out. So you're going to do everything through properties. This is where you're going to find your lists. You can see here, right now I'm viewing all of my properties. It says I have 126,000 properties. So I'm going to filter out the ones that we just imported. I'm going to pull the list to the moon and then apply that filter, and it's going to give me that list. Yep, it's Yep, if you hover over, it'll say properties. And this is where all of your property information will be.
I used to live here.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
That was the first.
Really?
1701
Oh, how? Well, they're gonna sell it to you now. It's gonna be yours. Okay.
Actually, I was at 1701 East Wrong side of the track.
Close.
Close.
All right, so we're gonna select the entire list. You're just gonna select properties, and we're gonna go to action, and then we'll go ahead and skip trace this list.
Okay, so
We'll name it to the moon.
to the moon.
All right, and then, so it is estimated total. This is because, again, it's pay per hit. And if for some reason I already had Edith, okay, the first one on my list, if I already had her from a different type of list, maybe pre-foreclosure, it would profile match that and show me her numbers, and it wouldn't charge me to skip trace her again. All right, I'm gonna.
Oh, so you have a way of removing duplicates.
Yep, yeah, you'll never skip trace duplicates.
So you auto remove duplicates.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Super dope.
All right, so this will take a few minutes.
Okay.
We'll get a notification once it's done.
All right. Let me make sure that
Do you have any questions or anything?
So it looks like Zach Fisher. Thank you, Zach.
All right.
For sharing to the Astro Breeze guys. Super helpful. I hope you are here.
All right, guys, I'll show you see how fast the skip tracing results were. And you guys, I'm not just bragging, but our skip tracing data is fire. Like, it is so good. We pull from a bunch of different areas, but we really try to focus on giving you the best data possible when you're skip tracing. So I would say that our hit rates are 95% or higher for lists. So you can see here to the moon, we had 208 records, no matches in our system, which means there were no duplicates. We had 199 hits,
Woo.
so we had about a 96% hit rate, okay? So now we're ready to go and text that list. So let's go back to properties.
Okay,
Yeah, definitely. You're gonna do everything from properties, okay? And then we're gonna go back to filters and pull that list again because now it's skip traced. So it's gonna have all the numbers on there. Here we go. All right, and you can see all the phone numbers are popping up here.
Okay.
So I'm gonna select the entire list and we're gonna put it into a text campaign. So you select all, actions, add to campaign. We're gonna create a new one. To the moon. And we're going to use our Phoenix phone numbers.
Okay, let's talk about that. So do they have to select new phone numbers or buy new phone numbers, or how does that work? Or how do I put that?
Yeah, so when you do the dollar trial with Jamil and you get those 500 free text messages, you do so you have to set up a market. which means this is the market I want to purchase text numbers from, okay? But with the dollar trial, you get 5 free phone numbers. So don't even worry about purchasing phone numbers for the trial. But they are $1 each. So when you're on a paid plan, they're $1 each. We give them to you at cost. That's what we get them from that's how much we pay the carriers.
What do you suggest for somebody to do a campaign of 500 numbers, and this is 209, but or 189, whatever? How many phone numbers do you think somebody would need to buy in order to run an effective?
Yeah, so we recommend starting with 20 phone numbers.
So that's $20.
$20.
Yeah.
And what that does is it allows you to start 1,000 new conversations a day. You can send 50 messages per phone number per day for new conversations. Okay, you can text unlimited in the inbox, but we really limit your new conversations because that's the only time a carrier can block your conversation or block your phone number from and mark it as spam, because when you do too much activity from a phone number, it raises an eyebrow with them and they say, wow, this phone number is texting a lot of new people. Let's look into it. Okay, so we limit 50 new conversations per phone number per day.
And does that help with compliance?
Yes. Yep. So it helps you with TCPA compliance laws, and also it really helps your deliverability rate. We pride ourselves on your deliverability rate being 80% or higher. That's what we really aim for.
Deliverability rate means to somebody's cell phone, right? So, you know, what about when I get a phone call or our text messages actually blocked?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep, they're blocking messages that are using too much activity, so they're blasting to a bunch of different phone numbers. And if they're using any keywords that are a call to action or tend to be words that are soliciting or marketing, like buying, selling, properties, that sort of thing, they tend to flag because it's really overused in the real estate community. So they tend to flag those, especially if there's a combination of them in one sentence. But when you get started with us, we have live webinars and we'll teach you the best practices on what to put in your SMS text messages and the best way to go about texting so that way you have that high deliverability rate. I will say other texting platforms will not disclose your deliverability rate to you because it's about 30 or 40%. Okay, you have no idea how many are actually getting delivered. You're just sending messages and
they're being charged for that.
You're being charged for sending a message and trying to deliver it. Okay, even if it doesn't get delivered or not. So, yeah, great questions. Okay, and then we're gonna set up our time zone. Again, this is to follow TCPA laws as well. And then we're
what are those for time?
Yeah. So no, it's fine. So TCPA laws state that you can only text between, you cannot text between 8 p.m. and 8:30 a.m.
Okay.
So each morning after 8:30 a.m. you can start texting, and then you just we'll disable everything based on the time zone that you pick for your campaign.
So if somebody wanted to text you won't let them?
Nope. We'll disable it. We're protecting you. No. Which is not fun. Okay. So show your face. All right, so I'm gonna mark this list that we've texted them, so that way I will never text them again in the future. So for a new campaign. Yeah.
Let me ask. Is the phone number my personal? Hey Sergio, I think with Sergio, they want to ask more questions than anybody else. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tell Sergio that we're gonna let him into the deal.
In the studio?
Awesome. So talk to Sergio. We can tell him that I just put the link in the comments, and that we want him to jump into the studio. He has literally 12 or 15.
All right, Sergio, we put a link in there for you so you can jump on with us. So we can, we can answer all of your questions for you. So go ahead and click that link.
Okay, so, is the phone number my personal phone number or a different number that provides to me for text?
We provide these for you for texting. It's one, to protect your privacy, of course. Also to allow you to have 20 phone numbers for $1. I mean, okay, my phone bill is not $1. Okay, so like you get 20 phone numbers, and we'll put these in the rotation for you. I'll show you how it works right now. But that way you're sending out a different message from a different phone number each time you click send. So it gives each phone number a rest, okay? And by the time it gets back to that 20th number, it's still gonna send out a different template. So it just really creates a unique rotation, which helps up your deliverability rate.
Awesome. Well, is there another question?
Oh, hold on. Can you edit campaign names? Can you edit campaign name list names?
Yes, yep. You can totally customize your lists and campaign names to whatever makes sense for you in your business. So that way you can remember what that list is, and also you can remember what that campaign was that you
What
were
are the
texting.
lists that are not occupied filtered?
Oh, we will get into that. We have a ton of filters for you. So let's blast out these messages first, and then we'll go back to the maps. So I selected a template. So I selected my general templates. This is just to text anybody. They're very general messages like, hi, I was looking to own a rental in the area. Wanted to see if you've thought about selling blah, 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 their address.
So
Okay.
I'm not a fan of those types of
He's not.
I'm not a fan of messages like salesy or like, you know, and again,
I like this one. Like, hey there, is this Jack Stutter?
well, I also like starting a tip from Maryland's mentorship program. She starts conversations halfway through, right? Because people are like, what? Have I been talking to you before?
Mhm.
And so let's try that today. Okay, I
Okay.
want to test Maryland's approach because it's
Yeah,
pretty
of course.
unique. So I want to change the template to be something a little bit.
Okay.
You have to go somewhere else.
I still have the campaign open,
Okay.
but we're just going to create a new template. I can select a new template at any time. So we're going to create a new template with you guys. We're going to go to settings, SMS templates, and then we're just going to add a new one. Okay. So I'm going to name this one To the Moon because this matches that campaign. And then, okay, what do you want me to say, Jamil?
Thanks so much. How much work do you think?
That's awesome.
Right?
Okay.
I appreciate that information. When can I come take a look at the house?
Take a look at the house. All right, and you need 10 messages, so we
You're
gotta
so
get creative.
How soon are you looking to sell your house?
This is great. Okay.
Amazing. I've always wanted to live there. How soon do you need to sell it when you plan on moving? Why not? Right? Let's see what this
Amazing.
looks
I
like.
always wanted to live there. How
How soon are you looking to sell your house?
going to sell?
And when do you plan on moving?
And when are you planning to move? And
Oh,
that's
we're a family-run company. I would buy a few houses. Oh, buy is a bad word, right?
buying.
Okay. I only do a few projects at a time.
Should we say flipping projects or no? Projects
Yeah.
at a time.
When can I come take a look at your house?
When can I come take a look at your house? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
How many do you suggest?
You have to have 10.
10.
So we could say, hey, is this is a great conversation starter. Is this so-and-so?
Okay.
Or, hey, so-and-so, did you receive my letter?
Okay.
These are great, because these are, all of these messages will be delivered, I promise you, because we're not using buying, selling, properties, interested, okay?
Or how
So,
about I appreciate
and people, like, especially when you use their first name in there, it's really easy to verify the owner because they'll be like, I'm not so-and-so,
that?
that's my aunt.
Can we add first name so I can get them more?
Yeah,
Thanks so much, first name.
yeah. And this is a great way to, oh shoot, to verify the owner, because sometimes you'll get the aunt or the kid and they'll be like, that's my mom. And you'll be like, oh, sorry about that. Do you happen to have your mom's number? I'm looking to get a hold of her. And then they'll give it to you and you can improve your information. Appreciate that information. You're so sweet, so-and-so. Okay, there we go.
So I'm not understanding what's happening here.
Okay, we need some more. Okay. I'm gonna say house instead of property. Okay, we need one more.
Okay.
Okay, I said, hi, first name. What time did you say would be a good time to come look at the house?
Yes, that's great. And, hi, first name. Or I
I know.
or just first name. That's so fun. One thing I can think of
All right.
Yeah.
And then you want to add something?
No.
Okay. Okay, so we have 10 message templates. We're able to save them. We'll let you know. See this one. So we use interested, selling, and property, but I think that's just in the backup template, which we're just going to save this. It's okay. Done. All right. So now I'm going to go back to the campaign. I'm going to refresh this so that way we can put that template in here. Okay. So when you upload a list, we will scrub it for you. So we remove any landlines, which is really great. So you're not going to waste money texting landlines. We also do a litigator scrub. So out of the 200 properties that we imported, we had 3 possible litigators in there.
So it
Automatically scrubs it. So we have our own, we have batchlitigators.com, but we integrated that in here for you guys. And if you don't know what a litigator is, they're like DNC on a different level, okay? So yeah, there are people who sue people, basically. So we'll remove anyone who's had a lawsuit or any family member of somebody who has had a family member sue someone. So we go pretty deep. So we're going to select the Moon templates and you're going to see them pop up here. So we have 10 templates and 20 phone numbers. So we're just going to start clicking send.
Okay.
Go ahead and click send.
So this is
TCPA laws state that you have to have human interaction between each message sent. That's why blast campaigns have such low deliverability rates because they're not TCPA compliant and they get flagged like that.
I'm gonna hit this. Would you mind grabbing Jesse so that he can ask the question? Read out whatever questions you have and we'll try to answer them. Thanks, Jess.
You can hit the space bar too, and I'll send those out. Yep, you can just, I know.
I noticed when talking. Very, very well.
They can't hear me? Okay.
Alright, so we're just gonna click until we can't click
Let me know, guys, if my sound's a little bit better here now.
And you can see the daily set on the left-hand side of the screen. So this is the daily send limit is not a cutoff for how we can send total, and it's just how many new conversations with these phone numbers. We can text unlimited in the box, okay?
So we can text unlimited in the inbox, but my daily send limit is because of this phone numbers that I've got.
Yeah.
So if I refresh that phone number, I can get the higher daily send limit.
You know, you've completed a campaign. 235 mobile phone numbers. How long did that take you? A minute?
About a minute.
Minute to send over 200 messages. And then you can just start checking the inbox. We can go to the campaign to
We're getting. Yeah.
all right, so this is not George. So we can mark this as the wrong number, okay? And what that does is so 480, this number right here, it's gonna pause this number in the profile, okay? So that way we're getting one step closer to the verified owner because I marked him as wrong number.
Guys, can you hear me okay yet? Is there any responses to that?
Sounds so bad.
Okay, is there another mic that we might be able to use? Can you turn these on?
Sure.
They're already on?
Yes.
Okay. Thanks, Mychelle. Is this any better, guys?
Wait.
Okay. That's what I was asking, if you turn them on, or if they were already on. That's a little bit better. All right. I think I got sound now. If you guys, can you hear that sounds any better, give us a thumbs up or something so that I know that you can hear me now. Better. Awesome. Sorry guys, we had some tech difficulties here. I apologize for that.
Alright, is mine on too?
Let us know if you can hear Mychelle as well.
Put it on.
I know, it's just broken. Alright. Okay. Alright, guys. Okay. Hopefully you can hear us now. Alright, so we've got a few responses here. So you said, hi, pretentious. What time did you say it'd be a good time to come look at the house?
Hi, pretentious.
I said, okay, can you start all over now?
Say what? Jesse?
Now can you start all over?
Oh, they haven't been able to hear us the whole time? Awesome. Cool, guys. So, yeah, let's start over again. That's okay. I'm totally fine to do that.
All right, guys. So
Sorry about that, guys. We had some technical difficulties here today. But we are going to start over again. So now that you guys can all hear us, we will go. All right. So we're starting off. We're at backswings.io.
Yeah.
Let's just erase everything that has happened up until this point, and we are going to begin again. It would be awesome if you hung around, Jesse, so that we knew what people were saying. Okay.
awesome. So this right here is our new maps feature. We just launched it a couple weeks ago, and what you're able to do is pull about 10,000 records per month for about $59, and it's an add-on feature. Okay, so that comes down to about less than half a cent per record. And you can search city, you can search zip codes, counties. So, you know, we just searched Phoenix, Arizona. That's what we did. There's a ton of filters on here. So we'll pull this up. We've got about 423,000 properties on here. And you can just filter out, you know, specific information. We have quick filters down here if you'd like. So we have unknown equity, inherited properties, pre-foreclosure properties, cash buyers, tired landlords, which just means they've been owned for 10 or more years, built before 1990. Vacant properties and tax defaults as well.
Okay,
So you
these
can-
are the main
Yeah.
list types,
So you
and then we
can-
can add filters to that.
Yep.
Okay,
So like, let's say we want so what we pulled was high equity of 50% or higher. And then the value of the homes, obviously we don't want to pull homes that are $3 million, right? So we're gonna we did 500,000. And this is the list that we pushed to a texting platform. And we'll go through all this together. Okay, so I changed it to about 500,000. And then we did owner occupied, no, and we did vacant, yes. We also had a ton of different filters that I'll go over right now since we're here.
let's say I want to not have, like any 1 or 2 bedroom houses, can I filter that?
Yeah, so if you don't want 1 or 2 bedrooms, you just say, I want,
Two or more bedrooms.
Two or
Two or
more
more bedrooms. What about if I want a 2-story or a single story? Can you filter that?
yeah, so we've got, so you can hit classifications, residential, and you can kind of pick your property types here. I don't know about stories, that's something that I would have to,
Oh, bungalow.
yeah, we can do bungalows, okay? So yeah, whatever, and we even have like duplex, triplex in here, multifamily, multifamily dwelling, apartments, I mean, so condominium buildings, so you can really get very specific on here, okay? One thing I don't recommend messing with is bathrooms, because depending on your market, they might not report that information.
Okay.
So it could totally, you might get an error, okay, because that market does not report bathrooms at all. So, you can even change like year built, we can do pre-foreclosure, ownership info, okay, ownership status type. Yeah, so company owned, trust owned, okay. We were just in valuation and equity, that's what we're gonna focus on today. Mortgage info, and then also demographics, so you can change the age.
Ooh.
So if you wanna do high equity, 65 and older.
So I can even filter down to, like, if I wanted to, pull a list of people that were over 65 who didn't live in a bungalow,
Yeah.
right? So then I knew that they were 65 or older and they had a house that was 2-story. Let's do that.
Okay.
Let's do that, because I think that's a really niche list, right? Think of that, guys. You're over 65, you live in a house that's 2 stories, right? That is, and 5 bedrooms. Like 3 or more bedrooms, 2
Okay.
stories, and 65 or older. I mean, we're talking about older folks in a house that's too big, that has too many stairs.
Yep.
I think that's nichey.
So, okay, we're gonna do residential, single family?
Yes.
Okay, single family, I'm changing it to any for owner occupied vacant, because
Yeah.
I don't wanna get it too niche
Too-
where we don't get anything.
Yep.
We're gonna do 3 or more bedrooms,
Ooh.
and then for demographics, we did 63 and older.
Oh my
okay?
gosh.
And then we also did high equity too.
Yep.
Okay, and then we changed the values as well. So let's go ahead and apply that filter, and it'll pull those properties in the Phoenix area.
So this is gonna be
Oh, failed, hold on.
Failed.
Might be a little,
a little too nichey,
let's lower this down.
okay?
Fine. Okay,
Heyo,
there
we're
we
in
go.
business.
We've got 15,000. So
Okay.
you can start here and then kind of just play with it a little bit. So maybe we need to do like, I know these can be a little funny. It might affect your list a little bit. Let's see if it does. Yeah, see, okay, we're just gonna leave that
Leave it
at
at
0, yeah.
So these are people over 65 who live in a 2-story house, which I think is quite an interesting group to target.
And so now that we have this, we could go ahead and slap a vacant filter on there too.
Okay.
Or, you know, a lot of these people might just be snowbirds, so.
How about
they
owner
might-
occ?
Yeah, so.
Let's do just owner occ.
Owner occupied, okay. So these are not owner occupied.
We want owner occ.
So we do want.
We want owner occ. Yeah, I want them to be old and living in their house.
Hold on. There we go. They're
Alright.
about 14,000.
Okay.
And what's really great is, again, you can click on these, you can view the profiles, so you can see how much equity is actually in the home.
So that looks like a single story. So we didn't
We did just,
bungalows. Can we filter it so that it's not bungalows, it's only 2 stories?
We did single family, that's what we did.
Okay,
So we could do, that's if you want bungalows.
okay. So we don't have a 2-story, filter in there. Nope, nope. All right, well, I guess it's bungalows.
You want bungalows?
Yeah, I wanna try to filter it down so we don't have a ton of houses to hit, but, let's think, what else would be a nice type of property? How about people over 65 who just live in a large house? So why don't we make it, like, can we do that by property size?
Lot square feet?
Not house square feet.
Square feet?
Yeah, so maybe 3,000 square feet or more. Because I think that's kind of filtering it down, right? And then we can do any type of house. Yeah, let's try that. Because a big house at that age is a lot, you know, the people downsize, right?
That's a good point.
That's the thing that we hear a lot is, if I want to downsize, I need to move into something that's got less house for me to have to maintain, so I like that.
Okay, perfect.
Now,
There we go.
bingo!
So you have to mess with the filters because every market's different, like especially as you add a ton of filters on, it might be a little too specific for the MLS database. So what you can do is we will select all and we're gonna add them straight into our database, okay? So I'm just gonna add it into the same list that we were working on earlier to the moon, okay?
Okay.
And then I'm gonna tag these. So these are gonna be Phoenix market, these are gonna be
65.
high equity, 65 plus, and then large and in charge. Okay, save. And it's gonna import these straight into the database, okay? And what's great, I think I mentioned this earlier, is we will not let you import the same property twice. So you're not pulling the same list over and over, therefore you're not wasting your 10,000 monthly records on the same properties. So you're always gonna be pulling new data every single month.
And if you guys didn't know, we have a special guest in here today, the superhuman wholesaler himself, Mr. Aaron Bevins. Aaron is moderating our comments. Are there any questions there that we can answer for folks?
First question is, how often is the data updated? For example, pre-foreclosures, vacants, et cetera, et cetera.
Monthly. So this is updated monthly, okay? It is extremely up to date. A lot of people will compare they'll pull the same list from our database and pull the same list from, let's say, PropStream or somewhere. And the numbers will be off, but when you contact each list, ours is gonna be more accurate, I promise. Because it's updated monthly, which is great. We're backed up by the USPS, so all of that vacant information is completely up to date.
What's next, Aaron?
This is probably a super similar question, but Mohan wants to know, what's the difference between PropStream and your data?
So Mohan asked, what's the difference between PropStream and our data?
Well, I mentioned ours is extremely up to date. We update it monthly. We pull from our own MLS database. And it's very similar in a lot of ways. We have a lot of filters that we're going to be rolling out. But one thing that I will say is that we don't allow you to pull duplicate properties each month. We are an all-in-one platform, so you can download the list, skip trace it straight in the system, and then push it straight into a texting campaign. And then
And it's a better price, right? Because PropStream's 97 for 10,000 and you guys are 59.
for 10,000.
So yeah, guys, it's like $30 less because you get 10,000, a list of 10,000 for $59 a month, whereas at PropStream it's 97. So that's a savings. And if you're on a budget, that's cool.
Yep.
All right, awesome. And what's next, Aaron? Are there a lot?
There are just a few more.
Okay.
Holger wants to know, are we able to get expired listings?
So the question was, are they able to find expired listings? What do you think, Mychelle?
I am not sure.
I know RedX is a platform for expired and canceled. If you're like an agent and you want to call it expired and canceled. I'm not sure if PropStream does it. I believe it does, but do you guys think you'll be rolling that out soon?
We're gonna be rolling out an MLS feature, so you'll be able to see if they're currently listed, if they're not listed. And I'm assuming if they're expired, I don't actually wholesale, so I'm like, so.
They're a data provider, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they, you know, like in the gold rush, there's people who make really good shovels, picks, and buckets. That's batch, right? Shovels, picks, and buckets. What's next, Aaron?
Janae wants to know, do you offer monthly billing or do you have to buy a year?
No, we offer monthly, and what's really great about our pricing structure that I love to brag about is it's fully customizable every single month. So let's say one month you want lists and the next month you don't. You can turn that feature off and you don't have to pay for it every single month. So you're never locked into a subscription. You can
Got it.
always customize your pricing with us now.
So if people are still like, say for instance, you have a day job and or you like work part-time and you can only do this part-time, and you get 10,000, a list of 10,000 and you're, you know, steadily going through them, and then you're working on your follow-ups. Well, this allows you to turn the feature off so that you can just continue doing what you need to do while, you know, you can communicate your follow-ups and actually get through the list of 10,000 before having to, you know, spend again. Now, let me ask you this, what if they keep paying, do the 10,000 compounds, so if they don't pull 10,000 one month, can they pull 20,000 the next?
No, it doesn't roll over, guys, unfortunately.
No rollovers,
No
okay, no
rollovers.
rollovers, but that's good if you're driving an SUV.
But you can pause it, so, and just call us, just say, hey, you know, I meant I meant to turn off the feature, and, you know, we can definitely work with you and figure something out. So
Cool.
we're totally understandable, so, you know, we get it. All right, so we have our list that we just imported, okay, all 500 something records. I've selected them, and now we're just gonna skip trace them. So this just takes a few seconds, to the moon, to the moon. So we already did this earlier, but you guys couldn't hear us, so it's okay. Purchase skip trace, this is just gonna take a few seconds.
Now, I had a question, one of my students wants to know about plugging this into Podium. How simple is that?
Oh my gosh, so easy. So what you'll do is you'll just go to settings up here, and you'll go to integrations. And so I already have my Podio attached here. You'll just click add webhook, and you put your workspace URL here, and then you just name it. So like this is Podio, right? And then you put your workspace URL there. You're gonna activate push to CRM. And if you guys don't know what CRM is, it's Customer Relationship Management System. And then you can activate all of the incoming text messages as well. So once you push a lead into your Podio, which you're gonna wanna push hot leads because you're gonna be texting a lot in here. So you wanna filter out all of those important conversations into your Customer Relationship Manager. And it'll push any future incoming messages into your Podio, so it'll constantly update your conversation.
JLAT, that's for you, baby.
Yeah.
All right, so super simple, it's just copy and paste. And if you need further help, call Mychelle. She will help you attach it to the Podio, okay? Jay might be giving you a call as well as multiple others from the Astro program, and I appreciate that, guys. Mychelle is the bomb, be very next to her.
All right, guys, so here we go. So to the moon too, we skip trace 519 records. We have 12 matches in the system. You do not pay for matches because we already had them. So we saved $1.44 by skip tracing through here. We had 477 hits, about 92%, and that was our total cost here. You can export this list if you want to put it in a dialer or what have you. We do have a dialer coming, so take a look after that.
Hey, batch dialer.
Okay, so now we are going to go back to properties and push this list into the text campaign that we were in. So we're gonna go to filters, we're gonna go to the moon, apply, and we're just pulling this list that we exported from from the map system. We're gonna select all of these skip trace guys, and we're gonna add them into our text campaign, which we already created. And it's gonna add all of those new people in there, and I'm gonna mark them as texted, so that way I don't text them again. All right, and then I'm just gonna refresh this. It's importing all those new leads in here. The upload is in progress. We already texted these ones for you, but you guys couldn't hear us. What's happening now is it's actually scrubbing our list. So it's scrubbing all of the contacts that we're putting into this campaign. It's removing any landlines. It's also going to do a litigator scrub, which is people who are possibly going to sue you or have sued in the past. We
And
also
sued, like, just sued, like, for falling down their stairs, or people who sued for you calling them, or people calling them.
calling them, texting them.
But
like-
not like people, like, so it's not gonna remove people that have sued people for like legitimate reasons. It's like people who sue people for,
soliciting.
soliciting, okay? So that's cool, right? So it's only gonna remove the people who sue people for communicating with them, because they're like super fruity. And that's okay. Awesome, I love that. So there was no litigators on here, or we're still going?
We're still uploading.
Okay. Any other questions, Aaron?
One is, how do you just search for a phone number if you get a call?
So, you have the option to,
How do you search for a phone number if you get a call?
if you get a call. So, okay, let's say, here, I'm gonna go to my inbox. We texted people earlier, so I'm gonna go to our campaign. Let's say, this person called us, Alex, okay? And you can have a call forwarding number. So when someone calls one of your text numbers, it'll get forwarded to your Google phone number, your, call rail number, which gets forwarded to your cell phone. So when, like, let's say this person had called me, all right? And I'm like, who is this? Who's calling me? I can log into my Batch Leads account. I can go to properties, and I can search here. I can search that phone number, and it'll pull up this property for me. And so let's say we're on the phone. Oh, shoot.
Hi, superhumans.
So it should pull up the property. What the heck? Let's see here. You can also search in here as well. So if you get the, like, let's say this person called, I can search the phone number in here. So I can search up 602-446, and it'll pull up that person, okay? So I can click here, and then I can view their property detail and their information over here. And then I can take the property address and search it in properties and pull up all of their MLS information. So that is one way to do that.
Thanks, Mychelle.
Yeah, of course.
Let's look at what some of the responses were to our last campaign.
Okay.
For those of you who are, we did a quick campaign that no one can hear because our mics weren't working. We're just gonna look back at what those were. We're gonna do a new campaign, but I just wanna kind of see what people are saying. I'm not interested in selling, again, any good ones. Let's look at, hey, who is this? I like that. Question marks. Ooh, we got a finger, that's great. Who is this? I'm sorry, I don't have your number saved. What house are you referring to? That's a cool one, that could be.
Yeah, let's talk to them.
So what was the address? 124 Highline Canal Street?
Highline Canal.
I'm so sorry about that. Oh. Uh-huh. I forget to save numbers too. Yeah, I'm not gonna cover. I forget to save numbers too. She's much better, even with her nails on. I forget to save numbers too. No worries. I'm inquiring about 124
West Highline Canal Street.
All right, let's send it. Let's see what they say. Let's keep going.
3. Someone said 3.
Oh my God!
What?
The house, 3 o'clock. That's an appointment, baby. I told you guys that starting the conversation halfway through works. Thank you, Marilyn. You are amazing.
They might be talking to somebody else.
That's just the way to slip in, baby. You just slide in, slide in, slide in, slide in. Like Jesse slid into the vodka last night. Slid into the vodka last night. Okay.
Wow, we have an
That's
appointment.
amazing.
We have an
Who's
appointment.
gonna show up?
Pacer, yo Pace.
Peace. This is exciting.
Pace. I'm sorry to pull you out of what you're doing, but so we've been doing a text campaign where we start the conversations halfway through.
Yeah.
Right, so we're like, hey Richard, what time did you say would be a good time to come look at the house?
Yeah.
Richard said 3.
That was mine too. I
Yes,
came up with
yes,
that.
So you wanna go to an appointment today at 3
I'd
o'clock?
love to.
Yeah, all right,
I love that.
all right, I'll send you this, it's in Deer Valley, we'll go together.
This is awesome.
Amazing, all right, what else have we got here? Okay, say awesome, I'll be there at 3.
All right, we got
So,
an
we
appointment.
got an appointment, guys, on the free trial.
Yeah.
On the 500 text free trial, we got an appointment.
Yeah.
That could be a deal, that could be a $40,000, $5,000, $10,000, even a $2,500 assignment, for free. For free. For free at 3.
You could have bought a McChicken, or you could have got
Or
your
you could have got your first
first
wholesale deal. I'm just saying, that is amazing. Let's keep going. This is so fun.
Okay.
All right, let's see what else we
All
got.
right, let's go back to, okay, we're gonna go back to our campaign. To the moon. Resume.
Okay, so guys, anyways, that was super exciting. We have an appointment at 3 o'clock. That is so cool. Yeah, let's go. We'll bring the cameras, we'll make it a whole thing.
All right, so, the second list we imported is 100% imported. Look, you guys, we removed 4 litigators.
4 people who are gonna sue your butt off.
Actually,
Right.
7 altogether.
So here's the thing, if your current data provider is not scrubbing for litigators, it's literally, I don't wanna be crude on this, right? But it's literally like walking, what would be I'm trying to say this in a good way, right? It's like kissing a dog with gum disease,
There you go.
right? You don't wanna do that. You don't wanna be kissing dogs with gum disease, right? Because you might get gum disease. And so, literally texting people that have sued people for texting them in the past is danger. Stranger danger, you don't wanna do that.
Danger zone.
Danger zone, let's not get dangerous.
Okay, so we're gonna send messages. So you guys, we're TCPA compliant. I think we mentioned this earlier.
So we're gonna use all those fun messages again, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
We created 10 messages that are super.
let's go back and show them what those 10
Okay.
messages were.
So you guys couldn't hear us, but these are really great examples of what to use in a text campaign, okay? So a lot of people think they need to get it all out there in the first message, but a lot of times carriers will block these messages if you're saying interested, property selling, buying, okay? So just save that for the second message. Because the first message is what can get blocked. Once you're approved to have a conversation, you can text back and forth as much as you want. You won't get blocked after that, so you can mark it to them later on in the conversation. But we started the conversation halfway through, like we've already been talking to them, okay? So, and this is Jamil's friend's idea.
So yeah, Marilyn Savage, she's
Savage.
she's one of my students and she's really amazing. And she was using that she was texting old leads, but she just started the conversation half through, and then she got an appointment just like we did.
That's amazing.
And so guys, everybody go give Marilyn a high five because she deserves it. It worked. Awesome. So we just, look at this. We started the conversations halfway. We're like, oh, thanks so much, Diane. How much work do you think your house needs? Or Diane, I appreciate that information. When can we come take a look at the house? You're so sweet, Diane. How soon would you be looking to sell your house? Amazing. I've always wanted to live there. How soon are you looking to sell the house? When are you planning to move? So as you can see, we are communicating as though we've been communicating, right? That is key.
Yeah, and putting the first name in there is gonna verify the owner. They're gonna be like, I'm not Diane. Then we can say, oh, so sorry about that. Do you happen to know Diane? We're looking to get a hold of her. I thought we were texting the right person.
Good.
So, and even if you do get the wrong number, you can say, well, are you interested in selling your home? Because you've already established conversation with them. You might as well put it out there. So these are the templates that we are using right now. So let's go back to that campaign.
I'm so excited about that. That's super, super great.
It works. Okay, So we are going to start sending these out. We're just gonna click send, see how fast these can go. And it's just rotating all of our texting numbers and our messages, so it's creating a unique combination every single time we're sending a message. And it will let you know once you're done completing a campaign. So we're just gonna send all of these out. I'm gonna be busy today responding to all of these for you. Be like, Jamil, you got another appointment.
Amazing.
All right. And we can see down here our deliverability rates. So you guys, with our messages, we're having like a 94 or 95% deliverability rate.
Which is great, which means we've
Awesome.
done a good job of making our messages unique, and deliverable.
Mike asked, what's a good response rate? Is 20% a good response rate?
20 to 40% is what you want to aim for. If you're texting a super generic list, like just vacants, you're gonna have a 20% response
The
rate.
question guys Mike asked was, what is a good response rate? And Mychelle said 20 to 40%.
If you have a very niche list, you'll have 30 to 40% response rate because they're more motivated. Or they're tired of people hitting them up all the time.
Any other
Yeah.
questions there?
Where can we find the right kind of messages to send to someone?
Where can we find the right type of messages to send the seller? So guys, I think this is a personal thing. As you've seen, we just kind of, off the cuff, made up some messages to send. I think just follow some basic rules, right? Don't be salesy. Don't be like, hey, can I buy your house? Are you interested in sell your house? What you don't want to do is sound super salesy, but we just tested what it sounded like to begin halfway through a conversation, and we have an appointment,
Yeah.
right? So,
I'm gonna take a break. We're gonna check the inbox.
okay.
I like to go through the inbox by campaign because you'll start having a lot of campaigns. Okay.
Mike says he's getting 30 to 40% on, response rate on
Good.
feedback.
That's
Very
great. That's awesome. Look, what houses are you talking about? You got
Multiple houses, so then, yeah, I don't have problem, right?
Okay.
So, I'm so sorry, I meant the one on Indian School. Yeah, we got 25.
2, 5, 3, 9.
All right, what's next?
Can you give your name and address?
Uh-oh, no, can you give your name and address? That sounds a little bit.
Sure.
No, don't do that.
What now?
No, they want,
the
they
name
want,
and
they want my name and address. I don't know.
No, and the address of the property.
Okay, yeah, so let's do that. Say sorry.
Sorry about that.
17,
My
26.
name's Jeff, and I was referring to 17. All right. I want to get my money.
Okay. Let's keep going.
Number, and you can mark people as wrong number. We can also mark people as hot leads and warm leads, so.
So this is the whole campaign.
Well, I imported,
Okay,
I just imported the list.
got it.
I'm around all weekend.
Hey, another one. I'm around all weekend, guys. This was brilliant. I can't believe that. Amazing. Say, awesome. How about today, because we have an appointment at 3 already, so how about 2 p.m., how about today at 2? No, how about today at 4? How about today at 4? No, because where is she? She's in Ponderosa Lane. How about today at 4:30? Because we have a 3 o'clock, let's do, how about today at 4:30? And just confirming that address.
They just confirming.
Just confirming.
There we go.
Awesome, what else?
Raul asked, when you send doing so much tests at once, isn't there a risk of losing the instant response and maybe losing a deal if you get preoccupied with another seller?
We have an app now you can download for your phone, so if you're worried about responding fast enough, you can download the inbox to your phone and take it on the go with you. So, that way you don't have to just respond in your office hours or computer time, whatever. If you work another job, you can respond right then and there, on your breaks or whatever. So that really helps you not to miss deals and things like that, so. And it's free, it's just Ashley's own app store for iPhone and Android.
What about the voicemail drop? What's that about?
Is that today?
Yeah, what is this?
Oh, these are old.
Okay.
So.
Oh my God, correct, see you then? Dude, we got 2 appointments today at my houses.
Correct, see you then. Okay, I'm gonna mark this as a hot
Hot
lead.
lead.
And what this does is not put it in our hot lead inbox.
Okay.
So we can always follow up to it. And if you
Unreal.
wanna export your hot leads, you can push them to your CRM. So now they're out of there, we're gonna meet with them. I've got them now in my customer relationship manager system, over.
And what about that 3 o'clock appointment? Let's put that in hot leads. So guys, don't get discouraged by people telling you, no, stop, go away, blah, blah, blah. That's just like most people, right? So, but you're gonna get the ones that are interested or wanna talk to you. I don't remember, Skip, which with you about regarding this property.
Oh, really?
Oh my God, say, oh really? I'm so sorry, my notes might be a little messy. Are you interested in selling the house
Are you free today by any chance?
and still interested in selling?
Yeah, I have this photo.
All right,
Maybe 3 appointments today, you guys.
maybe 3 appointments today, this is absolute bonkers.
I'll mark him as a
Hey,
warm.
let me ask you this, Aaron, have you seen this kind of response from an initial text campaign before?
I've never seen this.
This is magic, right?
Not on the live at least.
Like usually it's like you don't get, it's like pom pom pom, right?
Yeah.
This is so cool.
Wait, what did you say? 3 o'clock, right?
Yeah, 3 o'clock.
This is when you wanna organize your leads as they're going. Oh, there we go.
Richard Hackett. Yep.
Great. Okay, and he's a hot lead too.
Okay.
Should I say just to confirm?
Just to confirm, we're going to 5350 Deer Valley. Yeah. Is there a gate code or anything?
I think it's there a gate code or anything.
Yeah.
Alright, and I just marked him as a hot lead. So that way, like, as you're going, you can really, that way you don't have to search for that conversation again. They're just all gonna be right here. These are the 2 appointments we have today. And this is the appointment we have pending.
Oh my God.
Where did it go? Oh, I have this one, search for. There we go. And then I have this one pending for an appointment today as well. So that's all, you guys. We just downloaded this list off of our database. And
So
Skip raised
satisfying.
it in like a minute and then imported it into your campaign.
Send some text messages, and we got 2 appointments. 2 appointments to see motivated sellers today. So, if you've ever wondered, does this work? We legitimately showed you on a live that it works. Pace and I are gonna go to these appointments today, and we will story them, and you'll find out if we get a deal. Now, if we get a deal, Mychelle, we're splitting the proceeds with you.
Yeah.
Woo, baby!
Love it.
Okay, because you came in on a Saturday, and super awesome of you to do that. And, you know, this could be, yeah, correct, see you then, oh my gosh! 2 appointments!
Maybe 3.
This is the most fun I've had on a Saturday.
Real.
And
It took you guys, it took us 30 minutes.
30 minutes. So like I get messages all the time from people, right? Like I've not been able to do my first deal. I can't get into a seller's house. I can't get anybody to let me in and make an appointment with me. Legitimately just did all of this with not a lot of skill. You guys can see I'm skillless, right? We have Mychelle here who just very step-by-step showed you guys exactly what to do. And this was simple. So remember guys, go to batchleads.io/Jamil to get your 500 free text messages. This was for $1, sorry. I'll cover the button. This was, actually I can't, you have to pay the button. But this was off the free campaign, right? That blows my mind. That blows my mind. That means that I have 2 appointments for $0. Do you know that the cost per lead for a typical wholesale deal? Aaron, what are you seeing?
Right now, I think we're at a couple $100, few $100.
Couple hundred. How would it cost per appointment?
We don't have, I'm not tracking that one.
Okay. So pace is usually around $3,000 per contract, and he can sign 50% of his deals, right? Of the contracts or the appointments he goes on. We're going on 2 appointments today. He closes at 50%. So our cost per deal on this might be a whole fat $0. I haven't ever seen anything like that. We've got a confirmed address. We've got 2 confirmed appointments. Mychelle, I'm stoked.
Me too. I am so excited for you guys.
So,
Awesome.
Yahoo guys, so everybody remember batchleads.io/Jamil. If you have any questions in the future, please reach out to Mychelle. She's really knowledgeable about what she's talking about. She understands the system inside and out. She absolutely cares about your success. And she's my friend. And so if you are in my mentorship program, Astro Flipping, she's going to take extra special care of you, but she's also going to take care of you if you're not. If you're in the superhuman wholesaler group with Aaron, she'll take care of you. Just joking, she'll absolutely take care of you. She'll take care of everybody because they're amazing, and I appreciate you coming in on your Saturday. Is there anything that we can do beyond this? Is there any more information that we need to share with the people to show them how this works or what to do?
So I just want to clarify with the $1 trial, it's 500 free text messages, but you won't quite have access to the max feature, okay? So that's when you have fallen in love with the system, you're like, I love this texting platform, let's just do it. We can get you 50% off your first month when you do decide to commit after the $1 trial. And then if you can add on the max feature. The add-on for the max feature is $59. You get 10,000 records.
And that's 50% off the first month?
50% off the
Okay,
first
so
month.
it's $30 for your first month. So really, I don't want to misrepresent. They would have needed the max feature to do this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, you wouldn't have gotten your first 2 appointments for $0. You would have gotten your first 2 appointments for $30.
And we can go over pricing together if you have any questions.
So that's the cost of like 10 McChickens.
Oh, gosh.
Let's do it. So go ahead and put my email address in the comments. It's mychelle.
Also put her phone number in the comments.
No, don't do
No.
that. So
Batch service.
Mychelle@batchservice.com. If you guys have any questions about the pricing after the $1 trial, please feel free to email me. I can break things down for you. We can get you 50% off your first month, and we can get you rocking and rolling with the max system. And then it'll be good to see what's
Sergio,
Yes, sir.
Naga is still in the stream. Should we bring him up? He said he has questions, or are we wrapping up?
Let's bring them on.
One or the other.
Oh. Hey, what's going on? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Okay, so he's there now.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Can you hear him?
We cannot.
Okay, hi, Sergio, you want here?
Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
You can?
Yeah.
Okay. So I have a couple questions that I've been jotting down as you're going through the presentation. Is that okay?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So how accurate is the data over list source? And what benefits does it have over list source?
Yeah, so, can you show her license here? Sorry, guys.
I'm sorry, what was that? I couldn't hear you.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good enough.
Okay. Sorry, there's a lot of feedback there. So with,
You wanted to know accuracy with the source?
yeah.
And then like what other benefits do they have over the source?
So I'll be really honest, I'm not too familiar with like the pricing structure for this source or anything like that. But I will say that we pull from our own MLS database. So, you know, our information is updated monthly. We also are rolling out a ton of new filters in the next upcoming weeks. So it's just gonna get even better. But one of the main features that I really pride ourselves on is eliminating duplicates. So you're never gonna pull the same list over and over and over. When you pull from our system and import it into our system, it's created a profile for that property. And so under those characteristics, and so if you pull that same list next month and that same property is on it, we will let you know that, hey, you've already got this property in your system. Go ahead and use this credit to search for, you know, this characteristic in a different zip code or area, you know, get a different property. So that way you're not contacting this person over and over, you're not wasting money, your marketing budget, essentially, on contacting them over and over or skip tracing them.
And guys, if, you know, if you're really concerned about, you know, one versus the other, I always love testing, right? I love to split test. That's my favorite way to confirm for myself. Look, Mychelle, she works with batch. If you're ultra concerned about batch versus list source, pull the exact same list twice. Pull it once with list source, pull it once with batch, and then compare it, right? I think that's the most like true to form answer that you could get, Sergio. So that's what I would do. I do the test.
Okay. What other lists?
And we got programs today, so I don't know. We're talking about, you know, accuracy and viability of the data. I think we kind of showed it on the live. But Sergio, I would love for your feedback later on as to what you saw.
Yeah, I'm gonna try this out. The batch leads. What other lists can I get though, apart from vacant and not known or occupied?
Yeah.
Can I get like probate or pre-foreclosure, code violations, anything like that?
So what do you suggest? Do I just go to the new plan or stay with the old one and be grandfathered in?
With Rockstream?
No.
So basically, he has the old plan for SMS on glass, and then he's been using PropStream, paying for PropStream, using PropStream leads.
Or you can just upgrade.
Yeah, so you'll have to give us the grandfathered pricing, you'll have to upgrade completely, but it's only a $13 difference. And then you can add on the list feature. We can't add on lists to the old grandfathered price, unfortunately.
But remember, you're saving, like, PropStream's 97, they're 59, so you're saving 30, you're going up 13, so your net savings is still there. So I would say cancel PropStream, upgrade to the new plan, add listing, and you're down like, I don't know, $17.
Yeah, and then, yeah, and again, you're gonna save money not pulling the same list over and over again too, so.
And then we'll take another final question if there is one, Eric.
There is this one. Hey, Jamil, what's the game plan at the appointment without knowing much about the motivation, what they want, et cetera, et cetera?
Oh, we're just,
Look at the property.
yeah, well, so we're gonna do, I love that you asked. So, outside of this is really just about getting an appointment, knowing that we're on our way somewhere. The rest happens from the magic that we'll gain from information prior to going to the appointment. So how much they owe, what the property's worth. We might actually call them on our way, but typically what Pace likes to do is just get to the house. Once we can find out what they're looking for, what they want, we'll be able to see if there's gonna be a deal there for us. So I will keep you guys posted because we're gonna share the results of those 2 appointments with you all on my Instagram. So if you're not on my Instagram, it's at JDAMJI, or at Case Morby. Both of us will be sharing on our stories today as to what happened at these appointments. Awesome. Well, I guess that's it for us, guys. Thank you so much, Mychelle. Aaron, do you want to say hi?
Yeah, sure.
I want everybody to meet Aaron Bevins. He's a special guest here from all the way from Dallas, and San Antonio, Dallas's little sister. If you're not in his Facebook group, the Super Human Wholesaler, Aaron is fantastic. We've hung out before on the live and actually just see each other for the first time today in person. A wealth of knowledge, and definitely you guys should be in that group. It's a cool dude. Thank you, Mychelle.
You're welcome. All right, guys. Take care. Thanks for doing that.